Hey, it's Del from Inkie Quill, and I'm here with part 2 of my Scraptastic challenge over on their Facebook page and their blog. Check out the link below if you haven't watched part 1 yet. Now, the challenge is to use your kit title as the inspiration for the title of your layout. So the Scraptastic kit that I have for this month, because there's 2 to choose from, which is just freaking brilliant, is the Feels Like Home. And so this is a pocket page spread that's going opposite the last video I did. So if you look down at my videos, you'll see the layout that I just did. And this is documenting one of the houses that I've lived in. Aaron and I have lived in 4 houses together, which is quite a lot of moving. But that's what happens when you're renters. So I'm using the exclusive Scraptastic cut apart, and I freaking love it. My favorite card would have to be that top 5, which I've just put next to the for sale sign of our old house. So I do, this one that I'm doing now, I do a bit of a hack job too. I Frankenstein it a little bit, let's just say. Now, I knew I had one of these wood veneers that said home, and do you think I could find it? No. And then I realized I'd already used it on the last layout. Adele. So I went with the little wood veneer that's really gorgeous, and I think that's another exclusive. And I really enjoy these little die cuts, because you can just put tape on them, stick them on a photo, and it's just a cute little tab. Be careful though, if you do this technique, that you're using the front of the pocket page, if that makes sense, because you need to have the side that has the open pockets rather than the side that doesn't, if that makes sense. I hope you know what I mean. Anyway, I really love how these turned out, and it's technically like a 2-page spread, which I don't usually do. So well, there's my big head. Hello, big head. Yeah, I really like how it turned out. This is for, I'm making an album, which is not going to be like high priority. It's just going to be whenever I feel like it. And there's my journaling. It's going to be all about like important events or things from Aaron and I's lives. So the houses we've lived in, little bios of each of the family members and when they were born, because Aaron's one of 7 brothers and sisters. The pets we've both had, the music that we like at different stages of our life, big life-changing events like our wedding and moving out for the first time together, and you know, big holidays we've done. So I just want to do little snippets of life. So here I'm putting this 40 here because it was number 40. So, and look at this, I struggle for a long time where I was desperate to put the 40. You know, when I start tapping, I'm starting to get a bit frustrated. So look at this. I decided to chop the bottom of that card off because I just needed the hearts down the bottom. Grab some hideously orange washi tape from my stash that I'm not sad if it runs out. And voila, I just made a taller, technically not taller, but in my head taller, Project Life page, so that I could fit everything on. Woohoo! So don't feel like the cut aparts are, you have to use them exactly as a rectangle, exactly as they come. You can tweak them and change them. In the last video, I used one of the cut aparts as a tag and just kind of cut it skinnier and chopped off the corners. So you can always edit them as well. So this one, I just wanted to put our address because I realized I hadn't put it on the last layout, which, you know, might help. And the funny thing about this spread, see that top left-hand photo of the fireplace? Well, that photo is completely photoshopped because that fireplace does not work. There is water damage all on the above the chimney. So there was a big like stain on the ceiling above the chimney, and I think the chimney pipe had like collapsed up in the roof or something. It did not work. So if you look really closely on the photo in real life, you can see that those flames are completely photoshopped. So that made me giggle a little bit, because that was the photo I just took off the website for when it was sold. So that made me laugh, because this house was sold, it was on the market a week after we moved out. Freaking week, people. That's not very long. So that made me laugh. If you ever want to do spreads of places that you've lived in, Google is your best friend, because there's many real estates that, like the photos of the house, if it was ever for sale, they're just archived in the world of the internet. So I got all of these photos off the internet, except for the oh, hello voice, where are you going? Sorry, I just started to get a frog in my throat. Yeah, I got all these photos off the internet except for the for sale sign, which I snapped because I passed our old house every day on the way to work. So adding some journaling about the funny fireplace, and it was in the most awkward spot. It's a freaking corner, and so you couldn't put it was just really frustrating, because we had an L-shaped lounge at the time, and it just wouldn't work. It was a giant lounge room, but it just had all these really odd angles and walls where there shouldn't be walls, and it was just frustrating people. Anyway, the house that we're in now is much more it's got more of a common sense layout, I guess you could say. This one felt like a bit of a roundabout, going into the kitchen. Anywho, I really like that top right hand photo, because it shows the plans of the house, which is really fun, because after we moved out they completely renovated it and totally gutted the house and took down every single wall. It was like a shell. So it's really nice to remember what the house used to be. Sorry for that giant glare spot. No, it's not a UFO flying over that map. It's just the glare. Oh, and this was perfect. So this is the stamp set from the Pocket. Poppet, what are you doing? Poppet is being very suspicious. Sorry. This is the stamp set from their Pocket Pages kit, which is This Life Noted, and it says, I think it says, meet me on the couch. And I thought that was perfect, because this is our lounge room, our old lounge room. And I think I'm almost done. I think I look at it for a while and I stare at it. I cut out a lot of the staring. And that's it. So let me know if you've ever documented your house before. What are you eating, Poppet? Sorry, Poppet's eating things. She's being suspicious. And that's it. Check out the challenge from Carol and I, and check out her layout over on the Scraptastic blog. I'll put the link down below. And this is the two of them together. It's a very light and airy layout. Thanks for watching, guys. Check out the challenge. Check out the Facebook group. Check out the blog. Bye.